for example, like I would not want to date a woman who's a single mother.
You wouldn't?
I would not want to date
a stepdad?
Fuck no.
What if it was a widow? What if it was a widow situation?
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
I was going to get to that. So whether it's a girl who she just, got knocked up, baby daddy dipped, whatever it is, versus she's a widow, that doesn't
change anything.
But she
really
can't control
change
either
anything.
one of those. Baby daddy leaves, she can't control that. Baby daddy
I feel like
dies.
at this point we're just trying to convince him out of his own preference.
That's true.
So
No,
it's not
No, it's okay. Like you guys can ask questions. It's totally fine.
right, but I see like where you're coming from because it's like no matter what it is, at the end of the day, his preference is a low body count.
But bringing it back to the single mother thing, whether she's a widow, whether
Like you just
You
wouldn't
don't want a
date her
baby.
at all?
well, it's because there would be, and I don't recommend men dating single mothers because the fact of the matter is, like a girl who does not have a child, she's going to be incredibly busy, probably more stressed than would a childless mom or woman. And she might have expectations that in a long-term relationship, she's going to want you to financially support. But the thing is that you coming in as a guy who's not the biological father, and I've went on like 1 or 2 dates with girls who are single moms. It's impossible they'll flake last minute. It's impossible,
So you're speaking out of like experience. It's not just
I've
like
never had I've never, I don't think I've even slept with a girl who's had
But
a
you're
kid.
speaking out of
But
like,
I've been
yeah.
on two dates with single moms and tried to arrange a second date, flaked like, oh, my kid has this thing. 30 minutes. I'm already at the place or whatever. I'm already waiting.
Yeah.
So scheduling wise, it's a pain in the ass.
Do you think in your age range it's harder to find?
No, there's a lot of single people.
But no,
there's
with
a lot
babies,
of single people. Huh?
With babies, I feel like, in like 30s, I feel like it's maybe harder to find a girl unless she chose not to be a mom.
Honestly, there's a lot of.
Really, because I know like for us, it's like we always put a time on it, but I think time starts running out. So girls do have children in their 30s.
I'll say this:
it's
there's a
like,
lot of women that have focused on their career and have put finding a relationship and having a family second. So I mean, there's a lot of women.
Yeah.
In my age range even that don't have any kids. But I mean, most of my recent relationships have been with people around my age, like I want to say between 28, 29 to 34 in that age range. But like I'm willing I'll date younger. I would actually say it's my preference to date someone younger. So word. So how did we get onto the single mom thing? I forgot.
I don't even know.
I was giving an example.
We're talking about like body count.
Body count.
Dating and social status.
Yeah, no, but honestly, so there's a couple other reasons why not to date a single mom. I mean, first, like in her hierarchy of what she's paying attention to, and like you're down here, you're going to be way lower. So, I mean, whereas if you're dating a girl who doesn't have a kid, you might be her second priority. They're going to be, maybe their career's their first priority, maybe not. But like you're always going to come after the kid. So, and I don't have kids. So, and the kid's not mine. And so I don't know, it's just a big headache. And then, but you wouldn't be able to discipline. She expects you to, if she expects you to provide financially, if you're in a long-term relationship, but it's still her kid, so she's probably going to have an issue if you need to discipline the kid. So you have all the responsibility, but none of the authority that would normally come with, being a father. So to me, that's slavery. No.
Wait, what?
If you have responsibility but no authority, to me that's slavery. I'm being a bit extra.
I mean,
but
we might go over, but I was just going to say personally, if I did have a child and the father was absent and somebody came in and was willing to help and take on responsibility, yes, there would be some fine lines that you can't cross. But, if you are going to take on that responsibility and you want to be in my child's life, then yeah, I am going to treat you like the dad if that is the responsibility you want to take on. But if not, it's totally fine as well. You can walk away.
And well, the other thing too is once a woman has a child with someone, like there's a greater likelihood that the bio dad is involved and that messes the relationship that you'd have with her, and then she's maybe wanting to, you know, reconcile the relationship with a bio dad, and then he's around, and if it's shared custody, he's coming by, maybe she has resentment, and it's just a whole fucking thing.
I've been through it though.
And as a guy who does not have a kid, like, why would I put myself in a situation where, to me, that is not a, when I have other choices, why would I pick what is essentially a detrimental choice in a partner when I could date a woman who doesn't have any other kids?
I'm just speaking because I've been through both scenarios.
You have a kid?
No, I don't
Oh.
have a kid. I have dated somebody who does, and I went through the whole messy situation. Me and her are good now. Me and him aren't together, but me and her are good. We've grown a relationship. So
Wait, was it a relationship with a woman?
no, I
Oh.
was with the guy.
You were with the guy, and I see. Okay.
Yeah. It was messy at first. Everything settled down, but I'm just telling you my viewpoint from being on both sides of it. I was, you know, so it's like, I know I'm not a mom, but listening to her side of the story, I know completely how she felt. With him, it was like, it was just a whole mess, but I can see both sides. Where, as the person where it's like, you don't know what you're walking into. And then the one with the child, it's like,
Sure.
you know, you want that family, but at the same time, it's going to create a mess. If the person said who doesn't want to be the dad, you know, it's just, yeah.
And also the other thing, not to sound like a total ruthless asshole, but like if you're dating a single mother and you're dating her for a long time and you're like a genuinely good dude, you will get an attachment to the kid. If you're like, you know, helping take care of the kid or whatever, if the kid is starting to view you as the father figure and you're helping take care of him, if that relationship ends, you have like, you know, you're going to not only be kind of sad about the end of the relationship, but also there's this kid that you've built a bond with, and when you're not the bio dad, you'd have no rights there. I'm not saying that a guy should if he's not the bio dad, but what I'm saying is it's sort of like a double breakup in a way. Like you've, in the same way if they had like a dog or something and you got really attached to the dog and you really like their dog or something. Yeah, I don't know if any of you have dated. You're looking at me like this guy's fucking crazy.
I will.
No, but like if you had a
breakup.
partner and they had a dog, it was their dog clearly, and it's kind of
Also
like
going
you
through
really
that.
like the dog, you know, you really like the dog, and then you break up. Okay, you never see the dog again, you know. So
Can I say too? I will
Sure.
say I'm from Nevada, but in the state of Nevada, and I'm not sure the exact like timeline, but if you are with a pregnant woman and the child is not yours and you're there with her when she gives labor and you're with her for 6 months after the child is born, you legally become in like some sort of legal situation, you become the father in the legal stance. Yeah, but it's a custody thing. It's a custody thing.
all right, guys, don't date pregnant women
In Nevada.
in Nevada, I guess. Well, I mean,
And don't quote me on the
Bring her to
timing. Don't
California.
quote me on the right thing. But like my mom is like CPS. She told me about this stuff. But yeah, if you're with a woman and she's having a child, you're with her when she has the child, and you stay with her 6 months after the child, and the father is not in the picture, you're now in the picture, and your name now becomes under that. So when you leave, you're still legally responsible for that child's support.